Hey everyone, this is Nick from Mech Warehouse, and today we're back with weekly update number 142. Let's just jump right into it and kick things off with week in review. That's where we talk about what's been going on in the warehouse this week, things that are coming up, stuff like that. And I guess first off, this week's just felt like chaos in general. I think part of it is due to Dylan still being out. I'll talk about that a little bit more after. There's just been a lot of things. Like Tuesday, I ended up having like 3 or 4 meetings in the morning. I think a lot of different things going on, and I'm still feeling like I'm catching up a little bit from the week I was out on vacation, dealing with any Mech stuff. We'll talk about that more in a little bit too. So just a lot of different things going on, a lot of things I'm juggling, trying to get everything done for the appropriate timeline, etc. So I mentioned that we had a bunch of meetings Tuesday. One of those was with FedEx. We are looking into the possibility of maybe doing international at some point. It's something that we've been putting off. It looks like they might have a competitively priced international option. Would probably start with like Canada first because they're our closest neighbor and probably the easiest and largest market we could go after. Something we're considering. It might take weeks, maybe months to get there. There's a lot of calculation and figuring and all that kind of stuff to do. But if you are a Canadian Gunpla builder and you're interested, definitely let me know, because it would help to know how many people are interested and get kind of that feel. But our website stats say Canada's definitely the one to go after first. And then we can look at other markets after that, possibly. We'll see. One of the other interesting things, though, that they brought up in the meeting, beginning of August, the UPS is expected to go on strike. If that happens, we will be able to continue shipping, which is good because we have the FedEx capability. We'll probably have to turn off selecting UPS as an option. I'm not sure if it will cause us to have to change any of our shipping rates at all. Hopefully not, but it might affect how many orders can go out and how fast they're going to take, I think, next week's order volume or shipment volume and use that as a quota and what they'll guarantee for us during a UPS strike. So there may be cases where labels are purchased and maybe orders don't actually get picked up for days as they're catching up. So we'll figure out how to deal with that when we get there, but figured I'd throw the information out there now just so people are aware that it might be coming. I also mentioned that Dylan is still out. I think he comes back early next week. We did a better job of catching up after the holiday sale last week. We're still not caught up yet. I think there's a massive number of early bird orders for the full mechanics aerials that arrived earlier this week. So we're working on shipping those out, I think starting today, Thursday, when I'm filming this. So those will hopefully be caught up either today or tomorrow. And we're definitely getting closer to that gap, and that the number of orders left until we're caught up is definitely been shrinking each day, which is good. And it's especially good knowing how many big restocks are on the way. We've got a big shipment that arrived on Wednesday that's being checked in right now, I believe. There's an even larger shipment that's expected to arrive today or tomorrow. There's another large shipment expected to arrive on Friday, I think. There's another large shipment that's about to ship any day now, etc. So we've got a lot of stuff incoming, a lot of stuff to check in. We should have a lot of really good restocks over the coming next week or two with all that stuff coming in, and a lot of really good, exciting stuff. And I think there's some other really good stuff expected to ship in the next few weeks after that. So that train of continuously shipping good restocks likely will continue for at least a little while. I mentioned AnyMech earlier. The tickets went on sale last Friday. If you want tickets, the link should hopefully be down in the description below. Definitely order and pre-order your tickets if you can. It helps us figure out how many people are actually going to attend and not how many people say they're going to attend, and helps us cover some of the costs that we have to put out up front. For example, we ordered our medals on Wednesday. They should be arriving just before the event. Maybe we can post up some pictures of the proofs or something here, which would be cool. Really like how the design for those came out, courtesy of Nickel Models. They're going to be challenge coins, just like the challenge coins we do for the Discord. So they're definitely like a premium medal, premium awards for the categories. Really looking forward to getting those in. We got stickers for the badges, in the process of ordering those. So that order should be hopefully placed by the end of the day today, Thursday. And then there's a whole lot of other stuff, getting registration forms ready, finalizing details for renting tables, and media planning and materials for the judges, and getting the judging team finalized, and like 7 other things I can't even remember right now. So a lot of stuff going on there, eating a lot of my time. But it's exciting stuff. I'm really looking forward to this event, and every day that we get closer, I'm getting even more excited. It feels like it's really coming together. We've got a lot of interest so far. We sold a decent number of tickets on Friday, and some more trickling in since then. I think there's still some speed contest tickets available. The speed contest, by the way, is going to be because we've got some questions about that, I'll elaborate on that. It's basically, there's I think 24 seats. There's still some available. People are going to get all the same kit, and it's going to be whoever can snap build it correctly the fastest, and there'll be a big prize for that. So at any rate, there's a whole lot of stuff going on with that. I'm really looking forward to the event, and hopefully you are too, and you're able to make it. The other thing that's been consuming a lot of my time has been social media, with Threads coming online last week. I think we mentioned that we had a Threads account set up. That's been kind of causing me to redirect a lot of my attention back towards the media side. We've been mixing things up a whole bunch over the last few days, last week or so. I think it's been helping. I don't know if it's been noticed or not. Hopefully it has been. You can let me know if you've noticed down in the comments. And if you're liking the changes that we're making. We're trying to get back to that really organic feel from the early days of Mech Warehouse, and I think it's a good thing and a good vibe overall. I think that's basically it for Weekend Review. Let's move on to pre-orders. We had 5 new pre-orders, all from Kotobukiya this week. 3 of them were Armored Core, so if you're interested in Armored Core, perhaps because the new game's coming out, this might be a chance to grab some reprints of some older Armored Core kits. There's the Line Arc White Glint, the Mirage CO1 Gaia, and the Malicious Verdict CO3 Malicious. So all 3 of those are, I think, expected in later this year or early next year. I don't know. I don't have the timelines in front of me. But Armored Core kits don't print super frequently. These are probably printing because of the game announcement, so good chance to lock them in. The last Armored Core kit we did have in stock sold out like that, so pre-ordering is a good way to make sure that you get yours. We also have 2 more Maru Toys collabs, the Mamoru black version and white version, very similar to the Tama 2 and the Nosaru. Looks like it's got 4 wheeled legs, very much like the Tama 2, but it's a more upright design. Looks pretty cool, and if you're into that kind of design, or if you enjoyed the Tama 2, it might be worth checking out. That's it for pre-orders this week. Let's move on to team picks. This is where we show off some of the builds that some of the guys in the warehouse have made. Well, let's go check them out.
Hey guys, Ethan here with my team pick. This week I chose the Notchin prototype. I know Dylan brought in a Notchin probably a couple months ago, but this is a different kind. Originally, the shoulders are orange, but I ended up repainting them to blue. It was Vallejo Electric Blue, I believe, used it through an airbrush. But super awesome kit. I love the fingers and the posability that they each have. You can make them holding whatever you want. It's super cool. I actually ended up making a good amount of this on stream a couple months ago when Nick was away at ODO, and I had a lot of fun doing that. But I decided one day, I was actually at a laundromat doing some laundry, and I thought, hey, might as well finish this kit up. But it was super fun, actually. It had a cool way that you can open up the head and change out all the different eye slots in it to make it say like danger or override, or just have it be the eyes or winking, anything like that. There's a lot of cool customization with this kit. There's big shoulder pads you can put on him that I didn't choose to put on, but you can. It's got adorable little kitty cat feet, but yeah, if you're looking to pick up a cool Kotobukiya kit, this is probably the one that I would recommend.
Hey, I'm Ryan. I'm filling in for Dylan for a couple weeks while he's on vacation. I brought in today the Hexagear Governor Jungle type, as well as the Motor Punisher. I really like the Motor Punisher because of the scale. It's a good scale. It's like a combination between a bug / hover motorcycle thing. It's neat. And then the Jungle type, I really like the articulation that it has. The only thing I don't like is the like utility belt that it comes with. Doesn't really grab onto anything, so it kind of sloshes around. And small parts and I don't really mix. But other than that, It's a great kit.
All right, that's it for team picks. Let's move on to Q&A. So this is where I answer questions from you, the viewer. If you have a question you want answered, post it down in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer next week. So let's see. First up, WDB11. When it comes to different scales, SD, HG, MG, PG, which is your favorite to build and which one do you think provides the best value? So those are grades, not scales technically, but that's okay. MG is definitely my favorite from a pure building perspective. The extra inner frame detail, the extra size and shelf presence. If I had to only build one scale or one grade of kit, it would probably be MG. I feel like I build a lot more HGs these days because I'm figuring out painting stuff and they're cheaper and smaller projects overall. But they're definitely my favorite and probably, depending on your perspective, might be the best value as well. Great question. Next one is from Y Hidalgo. Don't know if that's supposed to be a word or if that's a mashup of multiple words. Anyway, so awesome to see Hexagear get love in the team picks. And question for the guys: how many Hexagear kits have you guys built? And is there a favorite you guys enjoy building out of all? And also, which one will you guys recommend for anyone on the fence considering Hexagear kits as well as just Kotobukiya model kits in general? Okay, there's a lot there. I've personally never built Hexagear. I guess Ethan might ask whoever's in today.
My favorite Hexagear, I would have to go with the V-Thor. Really cool, like piloted armor mech type thing. So it's nice to grab one of the prawns, throw it inside of there, and then you got a huge like mech samurai warrior thing, which can't go wrong with that.
If any of them have built Hexagear, Dylan's out, and I know Dylan is the prime Hexagear person around here. He's really big into the Hexagear line and he talks it up all the time. So he's big into them. I think he recommends the Governors because they're inexpensive as a place to get started in there. But I think they're supposed to be pretty good overall. For Kotobukiya, I have built 2 Kotobukiya kits, I guess, at this point. I'm working on the Tama 2 as part of the Redacted Judges build, and I've also built the Zoids Blade Liger AB. Both were excellent kits. The Zoids Blade Liger was a massive kit, tons of detail. If you like building PGs and Verkas and things like that, those kind of builds are great because there's so much there. It's definitely not a simple, 5-minute build. You're going to spend hours, especially if you want to paint and remove nubs and really make it special. But even if you don't, they're still solid kits. So highly recommend Kotobukiya myself. All right, one more. Plastic Germs question: if you could join any Gundam faction, what would it be and why? So I think I'd probably, I guess if I'm going UC, because that's where most of the factions are and stuff, I'd probably say AU. I feel like with almost every faction in UC, it really depends on the time period, because there's like certain series where the Federation are the good guys and Zeon is the bad guys, and there's definitely other series where those roles kind of reverse. They do a really good job of making the lines blurry and not making out to have one like golden standard good guy that's infallible and a bad guy or the bad guys that are pure evil. It's definitely reflects like the realities of war, obviously in a sci-fi space fantasy kind of environment. I feel like AU probably has the least of the downsides for the most part, but I'm probably forgetting and missing something. They've probably done some horrific things too, so it all kind of depends. And then fun question, not much of a fun question, but whose death hit you the hardest? Are you saying like in a series or something, or personally? Because I don't know. I really don't know what to say. From a more fun perspective, I guess from a series or show or something like that, probably Alex in The Expanse. I think they killed the character off because of some things the actor did in real life or something like that, but that was kind of painful from a death in a media franchise that I follow. And I think that's it for questions. So if you have a question you want answered, post it down in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer it next time. Thank you for watching. See you next time.